spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, they lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels.
There he goes. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man. It's Anthony. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Collins. Fires to the tight end. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Razorbacks are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the Razorbacks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the option. They'll give it to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Oh, they're after him. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On the option. Here's the handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just threw that one way too far.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The option look. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking downfield, it's Madsen. He's going to let it go. Reels it in down the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. defense just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. NC State quick to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Finds a spot in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They want to run it left here. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. To the air, it's Madsen. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Send that offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Back to throw, it's Collins. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's complete. Hard-hitting tackle.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Now the play fake. Finds his man. It's Brown. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. They'll run the option. He breaks a tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. They'll move the wide receiver. Here comes the option. They'll leave it with him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Gives it on the option. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Collins. Hauls it in. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. On the option. He has the first and still on his feet. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to pass, it's Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. He'll ride his man on the option. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This one will be tough, third and long. Back to throw, it's Collins. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. NC State going up tempo. Looking to go up top at times, running out in the half. Fires to the big fella. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. To throw, it's Madsen. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Anthony. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. This kick would be hard enough straight on. 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Out of the end zone. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, NC State.
I tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. La Tech delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in CUSA. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ruston. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Hill. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Razorbacks are on the move. Now on the option. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Arkansas! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Great offenses find a way to feature their playmakers. How about the creativity by the offense? Using the speedster, the wide receiver as the pitch man, and he kicks it into high gear and makes the huge, long touchdown run for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Madsen. Got his man quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Under fire. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Looking for space, it's Lewis.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Goes to the option. Slithers into space. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Lewis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
send that offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Nice job by this defense stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Caught close to the marker, it's Anthony. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it, they know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him, and as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. On the option. The give to the tailback. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Really good third down defense. Nice job playing the option. Responsibility football, but still aggressive downhill, ready for the pitch. Great job getting the guy, getting to him, and getting him on the ground.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Completes it in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. You can't take a sack. You can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds, though. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. I get tackled in bounds. The clock keeps ticking.
He'll do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
From the gun, give on the inside. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Just a little off. Incomplete.
You just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. On the option. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. The option look. Finding open areas. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Back to throw, it's Collins. Here's a heat. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.